Good morning, my beautiful, beautiful Narc Free family. My name is Cree, and I wanted to do something a little different today. It's been on my mind, and I wanted to do a letter to the predator. And I recommend you doing this too. When I'm dealing with my coaching clients, I'm always telling them that we have to reframe the way we see what happened with the narcissists that we were with, the things that they did trying to traumatize us and trigger us and sabotage us. We have to see how we had the advantage or how we got the advantage and how it worked out beneficial to us. So we have to change the way we're thinking about these things that happen and make it work for us. So what better way for me to help you understand how this works than for me to do a letter to the predator where I show you exactly how to reframe these things. And my apologies, you guys, I am getting over a cold. I'm sorry that my voice is so raspy, but here we go. I'm going to get into it. And I'm probably going to be doing a part 2 and a part 3 and who knows how many parts, because there's a lot that happened. And there's a lot that I would like to share with you all. But for this particular one, I've just picked three topics. Okay. So, dear predator, first and foremost, I want to say thank you. Okay? It is with an attitude of gratitude that I come thanking you for everything that you put me through. Okay? Because look at me now. I'm free. Now, let's look at this. I first want to thank you for the smear campaign. Okay? Because those lies were horrendous. I thought I was going to die. Really, I did. It was a lot to have my name smeared like that. I had never been so disrespected in my life, and I had never thought that anyone would make up such lies like that. And because of that, I found a therapist, and I asked my therapist, I said, is there any way that this person can believe what it is that they're saying? And she said, yes, if they continue telling the same story long enough, then yeah, they can start to believe their own lie. So then that was the first time that I understood just how serious all of this was. At the time, I didn't know that you were a narcissist. But now, looking back on it, I just want to thank you because of every lie that you told about me, and because of how cocky you got with all of your lies, you basically took the trash out for me. The people that you lied to me on were people at businesses that were at your doctor's offices, your speech therapists, your people that were on your team, people that were friends of ours together that you decided to lie on me to so that they could look at me different. You lied everywhere you went. And I felt very, very bad. But then what happened was, as we would go to court, your lies were unraveling. And as they unraveled, all of these grown people that you lied to were getting more and more confused, and your story was sounding more and more outlandish. And the more confused they got, the more that when they went and they took this story that they gulped down and swallowed and then vomited back up to other people, the more that they, I'm sure, started to sound crazy as they were coming in now, making all these corrections to the story because you were having to make corrections. And I really feel bad for you, how tiring that has to be to keep up with all those lies, to keep up with it as it unravels before you and as the truth gets exposed. Okay? So as everything started shifting in my favor, your lies started getting exposed. There are some people who are looking you in the face right now talking to you, but they know you're a liar. They know that your lie was so outlandish that the courts never would have sided with me. That's how they know. So I also feel very bad for you that you thought that you could take that ratchet, hot mess, toxic behavior that you've been using and being underhanded all your life and go into the court of law and stand in front of people and think that they wouldn't see through it. You think you're in some special ratchet club where, you know, and you are. There's other ratchet people like you that you all do ratchet things. So you all know each other when you see each other coming. But in the courtroom, that ratchicity, I know that's not a word, y'all, but I just like to have fun with this. By the way, this on a side note, I'm a break from my letter. The ex-narcissist used to call me Big Fun. So if anybody can turn some lemons into some lemonade, I can. Okay, let me get back to the letter. So the courtroom saw that your words and your actions did not line up. And there was no amount of ratchet sauce that you could put on that to make them believe otherwise. The judge actually said at the end that she has heard nothing but excuses, and she did not like it. So this grandiosity of thinking that everyone will be fooled by your lies or deceived by your charm, it doesn't work for everybody. The judge and the lawyers are not sleeping with you, so they weren't under your spell. They weren't in love with you. They did not care. It was just another case. They've seen other liars before you, so they saw you. And by the way, my attorney was very good at exposing you off the rip. Just first question, he just went ahead and got you to lie, and it went ahead and made sure that the judge knew you were a liar in the very beginning, and you made it so easy because of all the pausing that you did and all the can you repeat that. They knew that you were trying to get more time to lie. And I'm so amazed at the lies and the smear campaign and how someone, but then again, I shouldn't be. You've been doing this all your life, so you felt like you were a master at it. But when you get in the courtroom, you didn't really master it, boo. You should have went to court more often. You should have done more things where you could go to court more often so you could lie in court more often so you could master it in court. Because in the court of public opinion, the people that you were talking to, you mastered it. You wooed them, and you were flirting with the lady at your speech therapist's office, and you were wooing them in, and you were getting supply. But in that courtroom, they didn't care about you or your seduction. They didn't care. You had no opportunities to get them under your little spell. Okay? So I want to thank you for being that ignorant that you thought that was going to work in the courtroom, and being that ignorant that you couldn't see any further than your hand in front of your face, and that you cut off your nose to spite your face, and thought that smear campaign, that the truth would never come to light. Take a lesson. The truth always comes to light. Maybe not the day of, but it always comes to light, okay? So, the second thing that I would like to address is that I want to thank you for the things that you thought that you could take from me. Now, this is disheartening for any woman to lose her whole collection of shoes that she has searched high and low to find each particular pair to put in her collection. And you kept all of my shoes as a way to hurt me. And you thought that maybe this would trigger me to say something to you, or to, well, I didn't talk to you anymore after we were separated, but to send you some type of message or something. And you thought that I was going to beg you for my shoes, which I knew you weren't going to give them to me. So there was no need in begging. The court had already ordered you to give me my things. So there was no need of me begging. What I would like for you to know, though, is what happened is you also tried to take my freedom away. You tried to have me isolated by asking me to be a stay-at-home mom, which later on worked out to your detriment. Okay? So what I want to say to you is, when you were trying to take my freedom away, and you were in my phone and you were in all my emails, you saw that when we were separated, I was out and I was replacing all of those shoes that you had kept of mine. And when we would go to court, you told the people that I was living this lifestyle, and you really expected for the court to take a stay-at-home mom who had no income and to have her give you money. And you really told the people that I was smart and that you knew that I would know how to make money. And you know that this is true. Yes, while you were with me, I was going to school and I got my college degree. I went back to school. I finished my degree and I got it. And then you know that I purchased the house and I paid cash for it. So you know I'm a little go-getter. And I'll get some idea and I'll run with it. So this was true. This was the only truth that you told the court, was that you said that I was smart. Now, I didn't know I was that smart. I had to think about what you said and then think about my history and then realize, oh shoot, he saw these things in me I didn't see. So here's the thing. When you asked me to be home and I had no income, you can't now go to the court and say, hey, my wife, who I know is smart, is going to make this money. She's going to, in the future, make this money. And so I would like for her to give me money, even though she doesn't have the money right now. So let me back up. You're in my phone. I don't know that you're in my phone. I didn't know you made yourself the administrator of my computer. I couldn't even get you out of my computer. Okay? You knew this, but I didn't. I wasn't in your things like that, but you were in mine. Cool. Money bet, that's cool. That also worked out to your detriment, because then when you went to court, you couldn't tell them how you knew that I was out having me a good time, because I was out having me a good time. And I was replacing those shoes and I was going out to eat. I ate out more than I ever have in my life. From the time that I got away from you to today, I have had me a good time. Okay. So I was very restricted when I was with you. And very limited when I was with you. But now that I don't have to worry about the money disappearing, I can do whatever I want to. So I know what money I have coming in, and I know it's not going to be like $1,500 is going to be missing here or there. So I'm cool. Like, this is a good thing. So when you saw in my phone that I was buying all those shoes and I was replacing them, you wanted to tell the court, hey, she's out eating and she's buying shoes, when I've got my foot on her, holding her to the ground. And how is it that she can be doing this? She's not supposed to be doing this. Little boy. That's where you should hold your role. You let me go, and now the smartness that you saw in me, the person who researched your business and picked out your logo and got your website together and has your stuff all clean, is now doing that for herself. Okay? So you did that, boo. You did that. You let go of me, and I want to thank you for that. And then you got to see me glowing up at what should have been the worst time in my life, because I was then practicing self-care, and all of that is attributed to you. Okay? Now, so there was my freedom that you tried to take away by isolating me and having the money, even though I'm the one who paid the bills. You still were the one that made the money. So at any point in time, you could just drop me and then I would be destitute, is what you were thinking. Okay? Money bet. That's good. That's a good plan for an ignorant person, for a fool. All right. For a wise man, though, he would know that the person he married, that the gifts that were in that woman when he married her, wasn't going to stop operating just because he discarded her for somebody else. Okay. Learn that lesson. Learn today, boo. So I also wanted to thank you as it pertains to my children. Here's the thing that you thought that you were going to take from me and get away with, and that you thought that this was going to put me in a mental institution, and you thought that this was going to totally kill me. And I know what you were trying to do, and I know what you were thinking, and you're even still trying to sabotage me now. But let me pause when I say this. Ninja, what in the whole hell were you thinking when you tried to take my kids from me? I would die for those children. You would have to kill me to get my children from me. That is the only way. So I'm sorry that you thought that you were going to do a lot of stuff to me and do a lot of crazy making, and that I was going to fall apart. I'm sorry that that's what happened in your family. So next time you go after someone, since I know that narcissists, go about trying to look at what they've been able to do to one person and then use it to be able to better manipulate, just know that if you find someone else like me, and if I had to guess, the new supply, she may be even, she may not be better than me, not, let me say it like that. She might be equivalent to me. I'm not going to slight her anyway, because you made sure that we've never met. So I'm not going to slight her. But what I'm going to say is, when you are looking for these kind of people like me, know that we're not going to go down easy. And thank you for showing me just how strong I truly am. Because there were some tears, but those tears have dried up. Okay? So after the storm, the sunshine comes out, okay? And we get our glow up, and we start traveling and using that passport, and we start using all those things that were done to us. We start saying, hey, life is short. Look at this traumatic event. I better take that trip. I better spend that money. I better do that thing I wanted to do for myself. I better love myself more. I better care for myself more. I better buy that perfume. Okay? So that's what you did for me, and I want to thank you for that. Okay? Now, the next thing and final thing I want to thank you for is the discard. I want to thank you that as I was taking care of you while you were off work for that year, I want to thank you that while you denied me what was rightfully belonged to me, to be intimate with my spouse, while you denied me, you were on the other side of the house up all night on your phone with various women, getting all your supply in. So what you really did was, when you discarded me, of course it hurt. But now looking back on it, hindsight is always 20/20. See, I had already been without sex for a year. So I already knew that I could be like this. So I didn't need to go out, and when I should be healing, and just go get with somebody else. I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay, because most of us that are hurting, that's something that, we're just trying to get the trauma out. But I had already been, not had sex in a year. So this ended up being like perfect, that when you discarded me, I just went on with what I had already been doing. So in a year's time, you had slept with me two times, right at the discard, when you were trying to confuse me and gaslight me, and you were trying to tell me that what I had found in your phone was that maybe I think I was being insecure. No, Ninja, I think I saw what I saw. I think all them different women in your phone was not me being insecure. It was all them different women in your phone. It was the woman at your job. It was the woman in the other state, all the different women. I could care less, because what you don't realize is that when you discarded me for the new supply, you set me free. So I get to move around, okay? So I don't waste any more time on you, helping you with your business, taking care of you when you're sick, making your lunches, washing your clothes, taking care of the kids so you can work on your business after you get off work, keeping them quiet when you're asleep. No, I don't have to do any of that. Guess what? You now take care of the kids for me so I can go out of town, so I can do my business. Now you have visitation. So you didn't used to help me with the kids. Now, to save face and to keep on the mask in front of the people you lied to, you are forced to keep your own children and sacrifice your time. And I am so overjoyed at how everything worked out. I couldn't be more overjoyed. So thank you. This is a thank you letter. This is a thank you letter for all of the things. There's so many things I have to be grateful for. So many new skills I learned. So much more faith I operated in. When you're destitute and then money just comes to you and doors start opening and favor starts coming to you and you're able to replace your heels and go to nice dinners when you should be somewhere looking crazy. My life is good, and I want to thank you, because without you discarding me, my life wouldn't have been this good. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay? So, the end. To all of my subscribers, I thank you for being here. I am so overjoyed. So many, many, many things happen in this process of divorce and child custody, and all of the sabotage and the appeal and the all of the contempt hearings and all of these kinds of things. And it was a ride. But then you get to the place where you realize that you're free. Okay? So I know that, with this being at Valentine's, that, some people are feeling sad that they got discarded. But no, this is a chance for you to start your new life and to reframe it and to get everything to go the way you want it to go. This is your new life, your new you. So keep your head up. And for you ladies, your lip gloss popping and moving forward. Love y'all. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I will meet with you again next time. Anyone who's needing coaching, please email me at narcfreecoaching@gmail.com. Bye bye, my beautiful Narc Free family.